Hey everyone, John Walls, Solution Engineer here at Propeller. Today we're going to walk through how to create an inventory report, whether as a PDF, a CSV file, or share it out via email. So on the site we're looking at today, this is an aggregate yard. And so to measure the stockpile, which we've covered in another video extensively, simply click on your stockpile tool. Use that AI-based tool that will automatically detect the vertices and give you that pile boundary. On the right side of the map is where you get the visual. You can see that in 2D and in 3D. And on the left side, we're going to see that cut number, which is the volume of that pile. You can either set that up in cubic meters, or you can change those units up in the top to cubic feet or cubic yards. The other thing you want to do is you want to make sure you set the custom base. So if you're looking at a freestanding pile like we have here, that smart volume surface will be the way to go. Once you get that volume determined, you can then go down to our material properties list, select that material property, assign that. We'll take the density of the pile that's associated with that material and then give you a tonnage and then a dollar value per ton if you have that included in your inventory. Once you get your polygon saved, click that. You can name the pile. Typically, we're going to want to name that to whatever the material is on site. Click save. Now, if your piles are in a consistent location or in a relatively similar location to every survey, you can click on these three dots and promote to site. Now, what that means is that polygon will then be saved on any subsequent survey moving forward. A lot of our customers also use ways to manage that by adding a folder, such as an inventory folder, so like a monthly or quarterly inventory, or we also can set up a workspace for our materials. So we now have the option to organize those into folders and then turn those all on. So as you can see on the site, we've got several stockpiles circled in varying conditions, all with different colors based on the type of material that it is. So you can get really creative on how you want to organize your stockpiles. Now, once you get those polygons saved, we're going to click on the Outputs tab and then select on Stockpile and Measurement Report. Now, this is the PDF option. In this customizable tool, you'll be able to set the extent to your aggregate yard, to the area that you'd like to have visible in the map itself. You can adjust this frame if necessary to just that area that you want to capture in the report. Click on the Stockpile Inventory Report and then hit Edit and Preview. Now, as you can see here on the map, we've got those piles labeled by number. You can change that to the alphabetical order, or you can measure it by measurement name, which is why I do recommend having your piles named by the material property. Other functionality within this is you can change the name of the report. You can label it as a specific month, specific quarter, year of your report. You can turn on and off the overview map, the measurement tables, the individual measurements if necessary, and then even customize it down to the select units, whether that's your tons, your cubic meters, or in those cubic yards, whichever is easiest for you. Your display units can be in tons per cubic meter, tons per cubic foot, per cubic yard, all these different options in here for you as well. Whatever your inventory management is used to looking at, you can set that in here in the report. Finally, you want to set your print options. So if you're actually going to print these things out, you can set this to your A4, your letter, your legal size, and then even set that to landscape or portrait mode. Once you get that dialed in, you just hit print. It will then produce that PDF file for you. So to give you a recap of what's in the report, it's going to show you when was the site surveyed, when was the report generated, QR codes to share that, and then the overview map with your labels, as well as a pile-by-pile breakdown in terms of volume, density, tonnage, value if you have that associated with it, a visual pile-by-pile breakdown that you can look at all those additional information that you put in there, as well as an overview map of each of those piles. And then the last page is actually going to be an aggregate total of that site. So if you've got multiple piles of the same type of material, you can include that in here and have all of that running total added to the PDF. Now, the other option we have, of course, is to export out these stockpiles as a CSV. So back to the Measure tab, turn our monthly inventory, go back to our outputs, click on that CSV file, and it will generate a CSV with the same information that's included in the PDF report. Material name, SKU number, density, tonnage, volume, whatever you're wanting to include in that report. Other ways to share that. Last way that we can share that information here in the portal. One is up in the top right. Once you have all those designs turned on, you can hit this share link here. It's going to create a shareable option by email where you can type in your inventory manager's email address, other inventory control members that you want to view that data set. Additionally, if you open up your file, select all of the individual piles that you'd like to share. So I'm just scrolling all the way down here. We'll just select all of those piles. You can hit the share button down here at the bottom. It's going to create that shareable link. If that person has access to the site, copy that link to a clipboard, send it out via email. They'll click on that link and it'll bring them right to this survey with these piles already circled. So great way to review your inventory, generate those reports, and share that information throughout your organization.